because there's
I now remember.
no, you had your chance to remember.
Now I remember what we're gonna talk
No
about.
more. You had your chance to remember.
No, what you were gonna talk about
Forget it.
actually.
Fucking forget it now,
I
dude.
and you're gonna be like,
Forget
oh
you.
yeah,
In
we
the
should
middle of
have
the
talked about this.
podcast, I love how in the middle of the podcast, like, oh, by the way, guys, I remember
Yeah,
now.
because
Like,
I'm not gonna
no,
forget. Let me
hey,
write this down.
hey,
Hold on.
no,
Hold on, let me write this down.
no, hold on. Write it down. Write it down. Right.
No, I'll write it
You
down right
see,
now. Because
you
it's
see, fuera.
and I remember now what Paul was gonna talk about. That's I remember now.
What was I gonna talk
You want me
about?
to tell it or are you gonna keep talking?
Fuck, sorry, daddy. Shit. Yeah, bro.
No,
Like,
no, no,
what
go
the
ahead. My
fuck?
bad. Go ahead. I mean,
No. Now, since you want to
okay,
have the
so
10-inch dick on you, dude. Now tell us.
what we were gonna talk about before we're gonna leave into the next episode was remember about the resurrection, Santiago that he remember, and you were like, oh, we'll leave it for the next. It was that was one of the main things you were gonna talk about. That
When
creep.
he fucking it was during
They're like, wake up, but you're saying in Spanish.
what was the name of that gentleman? He passed away, right? And they had the funeral there at the church. And back then they had the Spanish congregation and then the English. This is before the Chinese congregation came in.
Yeah, that was before that. Yeah.
Way before. So this guy, right? We had a open casket service for Ted, and both congregations were there. And Ted was really good friends with Santiago as well. And
Yeah.
Santiago had this weird shit, and this was like kind of like towards the end of that union between the English and then the Spanish congregation, because there was already a rift in the church. So he started coming up with this weird shit months before his death, where like, oh well, God's talking to me directly, and he's telling me this, and he's telling me that. He's like one of those what do they call them out in fucking the Baptist church when they like fucking start pulling out the snakes and they start fucking like, oh, God's talking to me and I'm gonna
Yeah.
resurrect motherfuckers from the dead. And he started developing that mentality. Like he was losing his shit. He was old as shit to begin with. And then he started losing his fucking mind. Like, oh yeah, God said I can raise people from the dead. That's what he was telling his congregation for years. And he was telling his congregation, hey, I have the power to revive people. Fucking nut job, right? And then there was other shit that he was allowing to happen at the church in his congregation. I'm not going to mention, but what was concerning the English congregation is that he's going out of his way to be like, I have godlike powers. I can heal people. So he would have these events where he would baptize people, like at a lake in the lake somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he went for his lakes. And he was like, I'm gonna cure you guys from cancer. And he just like was losing his shit towards the tail end of his stay there at the church. He was just like not all there anymore. And in the middle of service, right? They had the open casket. Ted's there. We're also paying our respects, and he just comes out of nowhere. He's like maybe the fifth person, right? Like we're all waiting in line to pay our respects, and he goes up, puts his hand on the body, and he goes in Spanish, "Con el poder de Dios te levanto. Con el poder de Dios te levanto." And he's screaming, bro. He's loud as fuck, and everyone's looking at him like what the fuck? And then he just like took his hand off the body, and he goes, "I guess it didn't work." Like out loud, he goes, quizás no trabaja bien ahorita el Espíritu de Dios. Like the Spirit of God didn't work that good right now. So he couldn't revive him. And he walked away. And everyone was like, yeah, we had to cut ties with this guy.